You ever feel like life is happening to you, not for you? Like you're just reacting, being pushed around by people, pressure, and plans you never really chose? Yeah, I've been there too. But here's a truth the Stoics lived by. You have far more control than you think, not over events, but over how you interpret them. Imagine waking up and realizing that most of your problems aren't real, they're imagined, that you've been stuck in a mental loop, replaying pain, chasing approval, trying to win invisible battles. That realization alone, it can break chains. Truth number one, you don't see the world as it is. You see it as you are. Your mindset, your emotional state, your wounds, they all color your perception. Change them, and the entire world shifts. The Stoics taught, want clarity? Start by mastering your lens. And here's the second truth. Nothing is good or bad until you decide it is. That's not just a quote, it's a skill, a power, something you can practice daily. You can take a setback and label it growth. You can take silence and turn it into space for thinking. Your interpretation defines your reality. Most people never pause to question the story they're telling themselves. They think emotions are facts. They assume discomfort means danger. But a Stoic breathes through that fog. They don't chase comfort. They chase truth. And that's what you're about to get here. Ready to change how you see everything? Good. Let's keep going. The third truth. You are not behind. No matter what social media, timelines, or even your own anxious mind says, life isn't a race. It's not linear. You are not late. You are simply on your own path. And that path was never meant to look like anyone else's. Comparison is a liar. It whispers, they're ahead, you're failing. But you don't see their wounds. You don't feel their panic at night. You don't know the price they pay to look like they're winning. The Stoics would say, judge no man before you've seen the battlefield of his mind. That's truth number 3. Number 4, discipline is not punishment. It's love, self-love. It's choosing what you want most over what you want now. It's how you build a life that respects your future self. People say, follow your passion, but passion fades. Discipline stays. That's what makes greatness repeatable. Number 5, your peace is expensive. Guard it. Not everything deserves a reaction. Not every comment deserves a reply. When someone tries to pull you into chaos, silence is a response. Walking away is a flex. That's not weakness, that's power. And here's number 6. Growth feels like loss at first. Letting go of habits, people, even identities, it hurts. But that pain, it's proof. Proof that something inside is waking up. That's not destruction, it's transformation. This isn't surface level advice. These aren't cute quotes. These are battle-tested ideas from people who've stared down suffering and stayed standing, and now you're learning to stand too. Let's keep moving. Truth number 7. You are not your past. You are not your worst moment. You are not the version of you who broke down, messed up, or couldn't cope. That version, it taught you. It didn't define you. The Stoics believe that every scar is a signature of survival. You didn't fail, you endured. Here's truth 8. Control is not about gripping harder. It's about letting go of what you were never meant to hold. People's opinions, outcomes, the past. Control isn't force, it's focus. And when you learn to focus on what's truly in your power, your thoughts, your choices, your response, you gain a kind of freedom most people never touch. Truth 9. You don't need to be constantly doing to be valuable. Productivity is not proof of worth. Stillness is not laziness. Sometimes sitting with yourself in silence is the bravest thing you can do, because in that silence all the noise finally quiets and you hear you. Most people never meet themselves. They fill their days, their feeds, their minds just to avoid facing what's inside. But not you. You're here, you're leaning in, and that means something's already shifting. The fact that you're seeking truth, that alone makes you different. If this is shifting something in you, don't lose the thread. Hit subscribe and stay close. We're just getting started. So here's the flip side of Truth 9. If people are mirrors, they also reflect back your growth. When you get calmer, you'll see who still needs chaos to feel alive. When you stop playing the victim, some will resent you for stepping into strength. They'll call it cold, arrogant, even selfish. But it's none of those. It's clarity. It's the quiet refusal to stay small just to make others comfortable. And that leads us to Truth 10. You don't owe anyone your peace. Your energy is not a community resource. It's sacred, and it's limited. You have the right to say no without guilt. The Stoics didn't waste time proving themselves to people who were committed to misunderstanding them. They stayed still while others burned their energy in circles. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. You're not here to fix everyone. You're not a savior. And the faster you drop that weight, the lighter you walk. Life becomes less about managing other people's storms and more about building your own inner sky. That's freedom, not the kind they sell you, the kind you build alone. And Truth 11. Inner peace isn't passive, it's fierce. It's a daily decision to not be pulled into every conflict, comment, or comparison. Peace is a boundary, not a personality trait. You choose it moment by moment and protect it like a warrior. Truth 12 is brutal, but it frees you. You will be misunderstood, no matter how honest you are, how kind, how thoughtful. Someone will twist it. Someone will judge it. And that's not your problem to solve. The Stoics knew that trying to control other people's opinions is a form of madness. You don't live in their heads. You live in your actions. When you finally accept this, you stop editing yourself to please. You start acting from principle, not popularity. And that's when real power kicks in, because now you're not fragile, you're grounded, centered, immune to praise and criticism alike. As Marcus Aurelius said, if you're disturbed by something, it's not the thing itself, but your judgment of it. So here's your choice. Keep chasing validation or start living with intention. You can't do both. One is slavery, the other is freedom. And here we are, truth number 13. You weren't born with a rule book, but you've been living by one. A set of silent, unspoken beliefs you never questioned. What if those rules aren't yours? What if they've kept you small? Truth 13. Freedom begins the moment you rewrite the script. When you realize you can unlearn, you can rebuild, and you can decide right now to stop letting old stories define your future. Now here's what I want to leave you with. Just one question. If you really had the power to choose your story, why are you still telling the one that keeps you stuck? Because the moment you answer that, you won't just understand Stoicism, you'll embody it.